All right. So we're in town. The merchants have given you your reward. Um, Made sure that they have gotten to the town square and they are mingling with the other local merchants, relaying what happened. I'm still dropping frames like a son of a bitch. We're just gonna have to roll with it. So, um, is there anything you guys would particularly like to do in town?
I have money,
Okay.
so I'd like to spend money. Actually, I'm an ogre, so I'd like
Yeah.
to do ogre things with money.
Okay.
Well, I have your money, technically, so unless
Um,
I go, you're not spending a damn dime.
I'll arm wrestle you for it.
You snap my arm off, it'll disintegrate and come right back. You do it all day.
That counts as a
Um,
win.
as far as my armor, is there? Actually, let me see something.
You are proficient in heavy armor.
All right, what can I masterwork my hammer for 31 gold?
No. You're gonna have quite a problem finding somebody that's able to make a weapon of your size, especially.
I know. I remember making a large weapon for a character in
No,
my campaign.
I'm
That was not a fun time.
no, I'm proficient in light and medium armor.
I can't use it.
Life Cleric gives you proficiency in heavy armor.
Oh my god, I should change my proficiencies then.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea.
Okay. I would love to
If
visit maybe an armor shop and see if they have any. I'm assuming better armor. What is the chain shirt? Is that light or medium armor?
that
Medium.
is medium. If Grobble would
Oh yeah,
like
I
to
see it now.
inquire either via himself or the Shiny Man, they can do uh, some talking to the merchants and see where you might be able to find a more proficient weapon for yourself.
Okay, yeah. No, because I'm trying to do that at the same time. Let's change this.
Because
Um,
let's see. Um,
so we're in the shop right now then with the merchants.
yes.
Yeah, I would love to ask them. Um, do you know that? Do you guys know anyone in town that might have some armor, or might be able to as well make custom weapons for a man this large?
Okay.
Grobble no want custom weapon. Grobble want weapon better.
Grobble, it's okay. Just let me handle this.
So the um the town that you're in, the blacksmith is little more than a farrier. He's not going to be able to provide, you know, hardcore plate mail or anything like that. He's mostly around to work on tools, horseshoes,
Then
little stuff.
let's get Grobble some ogre shoes.
As long as they don't nail them into his toes.
But the
Think of it as a pedicure.
I'm gonna have metal toenails. I'm gonna come out of this like Wolverine.
Okay, well,
I make too many Marvel
the
references.
well
how large?
the the Lancaster. There's a large city at the end of um, a river. Let me let me get to the map and point this
We
out.
don't trust the Lancasters.
So you guys are approximately here. Why can I not point? Because I'm on drag. Here.
That'll do it.
Word.
There's a large city on this bit of inlet right here,
How?
and it is a trading hub all up and down the coast. They have probably the best blacksmiths that you're going to get outside of the capital.
Okay. Well, guys, I mean,
How,
looking at the map, it looks like it's like 5 feet away, so we should be there pretty quick. Not bad.
how how large is this city? Like,
Population wise, it's going to be about 70 to 80,000 people.
Do they
It's a
like
very
ogres?
large city.
I mean, the
Yeah.
one we're in.
Oh, the one you're in, maybe 2 to 3,000. It's a large city for the area, but not particularly large.
It's a large Venus. Got it.
Do they have any bookstores and or magic related shops,
Ask them where to buy zombie arms.
or even a library?
That is a good question. Let me see if I can find out for you.
Well, while you find that out, I also want to, just ask him because it's at it's a little bit of ways away, but I'd like to know, how far the travel is exactly to to that city.
It's about a day and a half, maybe 2 days, depending on the weather. But there's a lot of little villages in between here and there, so it's not exactly deserted. The
Okay.
closer you get to the waterways, it's going to be more densely populated. The area you were in was sort of a more extremely rural.
Well, I say, guys, once we're finished in town, I think this place is definitely worth going to check out.
Well, so, um, I would say since this is one of the larger cities in the area, there is a general store that does have some books, but they're not a specific bookseller. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
thank you
I
for
want to
that.
go ahead and ask the merchants actually. Um, the men we fought on the road. Do any of them look familiar? Were they wearing any sort of clothing or armor that looked familiar that you've seen before?
So they mentioned that normally they have not had any troubles with bandits. Um, the guard normally has a pretty heavy presence in the area, but they've been recalled uh, to most of the coastal settlements because uh, there's been attacks and raids on various little coastal cities more recently, so they've kind of pulled back most of their troops.
Do you have any idea where these people have come from? Like, do they, have they made any demands as to what they want or what their, intentions are?
He doesn't really have any information on that. He mentions that where there's an opportunity, people will exploit it.
And do you know anyone that might know a little bit more information? I'm sure you've talked to people around the town since this has happened.
Um, he points you in the direction of the local guard post. They may know more than he does.
Okay. Well, if anything, Enzo, if you can check out the general store. I'll make my way to the guard post and see what maybe we can find out.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
I'd
gonna.
like to, if possible, kind of just listen around at the market and see if I can kind of overhear, because I got my thieves can't overhear any talks and figure out if maybe there's a fence in town that I can maybe get some cheap stolen goods.
Okay.
I'm gonna go find food.
Grobble
Okay.
needs food.
So The merchants are spreading the as you leave the merchants, they're spreading the word of uh, your help, and particularly the very nice ogre that helped them along. So
My guys,
Those poor naive people.
they have no idea what he's done.
they've never seen a friendly ogre before, so it's the talk of the town.
That's definitely a good thing.
This
So-
is if they start feeding Grobble free food, Grobble's
Well-
in paradise.
Grobble can trade shiny things for food.
Well, before I leave, then
Breaks off Shiny Man's arm. Food.
again, after a couple of seconds, it's gonna disintegrate and just go right back to me. So
Well, then
good luck
he's
with
just
that.
gonna keep breaking it off till it works.
Well, then you're not gonna have a shiny man around that likes you.
What does it
No,
hurt to have
Grobble-
your arm ripped off?
Grobble is nice to Shiny Man.
My arm's getting ripped off. I can't imagine it's pleasant.
Yeah, but you're a rock. Do you have pain receptors?
I'm a crystal. Jesus.
Well, okay, you're a fancy rock. Do you have pain receptors?
That's
Before
a
I
very
leave
good
the-
question. I'm leaning towards no, actually.
So I could sneakily rip off your arm.
Well, he's aware it's just not painful. It's not like he has
I'm
a
sure
sense of
he'd be
touch.
a-
He's a rock.
He'd be aware of me, like fucking grabbing his arm, maybe. And
Grobble.
then it's sudden lack of a presence.
I won't be mad. I'll just be disappointed.
I'm not
Ouch.
gonna rip off your
Oh.
arm.
That's
Top 10
gonna hit-
anime betrayals.
Gonna hit you with that guilt.
so.
Before I leave the shop, though, I would like to, ask them. Appreciate you doing your part in spreading the word. Before we go, do you maybe have anything for my friend here? He's, quite hungry.
So
Probably, I'm very hungry.
um,
Probably could eat whole cow.
they across the central market there's some farmers set up, and they have some food that you can definitely buy for Grobble.
Cooked meats or whole animals?
It's mostly raw. They don't really sell the cooked.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your help, gentlemen. You know,
Alright, so I have
Okay.
31
You ever-
money.
if you ever need us, just give us a call
Yeah.
on line, on number 4, and we'll answer. All right, so I'm gonna say Grubble and I make our way across to the farmers and see what they have. Meanwhile, what's Enzo up to?
He was headed to the general store, which we will get to in a moment.
I'm being
Uh,
sneaky. Or not really sneaky sneak, but shady shade.
Sneaky shade, shady sneak.
Slim
Josh, go ahead and do an investigation check, and I will get back to you in a moment.
shady. Ooh.
Dennis.
Please don't suck.
Oh
Damn.
shit!
Damn.
Hot damn. Good job. So,
Good Josh.
Dennis, what are you looking for? Are you looking for anything in particular?
No, I'm just seeing what books they have. Anything magic related would obviously be awesome, but like if it's like history related about the area, that'd be all right too.
War and
Okay.
Peace is supposed to be a pretty good book as well. See if they have a copy.
It's not. It's not. It's a horrible
No.
book.
It's long-winded and really,
Yes.
really boring.
It's like people who say The Tale of Two Cities is a good book. Fuck that nonsense.
Pretentious as fuck.
They just chose the wrong two cities. I mean, could you imagine if it was like A Tale of Two Cities and it was like, Philadelphia and, Boston?
it's
and it would just
all-
be a
no.
bunch of terrible people.
All of the
You know what?
countries, all of the rest of the world is gone. It's just Boston and San Francisco smushed next to each other. That's all we've got left.
You know
Same
what
box.
is good?
Philadelphia and San Francisco pushed together. That's all we have left.
That just become West Philadelphia in like 3 weeks.
Born and raised.
I was just thinking that.
A Tale of Two Kitties.
There we
Meow.
go.
Garfield.
I heard that Garfield movie sucked though.
It did.
Yep. You
I
heard right.
wouldn't know. I didn't watch it.
I
I
did.
just like the name.
Anyways, Dennis, roll me a d12, would you?
It's an odd request.
Well, sure.
He's gonna find out how many pages are in the book.
Maybe how many you're missing or how much he has to spend.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay. So, um,
I also want to sell this shield I have because I can't use shields, so it's kind of just there.
okay. Well,
Hey Corwin, what happens if you sew two portable holes together?
bad things.
All right, now what happens if you drape a bunch of them over a suit of armor? What is the ballistic protection of being covered in portable holes?
Well, puncturing the portable hole in order to sew it together would actually rupture it.
All right, well, what if we didn't puncture it? We just overlaid them, like scale mail of portable holes.
If that becomes a problem, we'll deal with it.
Well,
He's now designing an end boss.
portable holes, if I'm not mistaken, do have a certain depth. They're not like black holes.
Yes.
All right, what's the one where it opens a hole here and has a exit hole over there?
That's just a portal.
That would be
Yeah,
one
but
of the
there's a
portals.
portable version of that, like the portal gun, except you slap it on shit.
Also, in theory, if you have a bunch of portable holes for your armor and people are shooting things and throwing them at you, would you, over time, just be weighed down?
No.
The portable hole has a set weight.
So eventually
'Cause
you'd
you're
have to
basi-
like take it off and shake it out to get all the shit out of
Yeah,
it.
a portable hole is basically a tarp that creates a hole to a pocket dimension.
That you can take the hole off of, and then the shit's just left in there.
Interesting.
Or
But
you know,
if you ever
look around
find a
for a bag of holding.
if you ever find a bag of holding and a portable hole, make sure to store your portable hole in the bag of holding.
Okay, so the reason that he's mentioning this is because that goes kaboom. Like, it just annihilates everything within like 20 feet of it. It's very bad. Very, very bad. Or good, depending on what your plan was.
I want a deck of many things.
No, you
Dennis,
don't.
roll me a d100 for the condition of the shield, please.
Or 2d10s.
27.
Close.
Oh, that's right.
87.
It was an upside down too.
All right. So he'll give you 4 gold for the shield.
Ignore that.
All right,
Let's
it's
see.
better than nothing.
That's free
Hey,
gold.
that's 4 gold.
Yeah, didn't have 4 gold before. Just had to carry a damn shield.
Right, we're in
Yeah,
the early.
it's-
We're in the
it's
early
not-
game
It's not copper or
where
silver or anything.
very little amount of money is still money.
We're at the
Yes.
gold standard, boys.
It's precious.
Okay. So, as you're dealing with that, you peruse through what books he has. He does have some local lore books, history, folk tales.
Does he have the Libris Mortis?
No.
You're not in the shop.
That's besides the point. I just wanted to ask. I'll show up at the shop, goddammit. I don't know what I'm going to do as an ogre with the Libris Mortis, but I'll figure something out.
He does have some books on magic, but no actual spell books. But still some things you might be interested in of learning of various things, spellcasters and such.
Okay, how many of those does he have?
One of those, we'll say 3 books on local history and lore, and then most of his books are, you know, dime novels, his just historical fiction, things like that.
You know you want to buy 50 Shades of Grey.
The Lusty Argonian Maid.
There you go. Even better.
Have I read that book on magic yet?
No, it is mainly an overview of basically spellcasters for dummies or spellcasters for laymen. Basically explaining what the difference between a wizard and a druid and everything else is.
So you can give it to Grobble and he can learn intelligence himself some.
He can't learn anything.
I don't believe you can read.
You might be right.
What's your intelligence?
6.
You cannot read.
All right, so I need to learn to read first. All right, read it to me.
Do they have hooked on phonics?
It sounds interesting, but it doesn't sound like it would be useful
Okay.
because most of that stuff it's pretty much sounds like he knows.
Okay. Like I said, there is also local history.
When you
Some
say
folklore.
local, like do you mean like regional, like continental, city?
Yes, this particular like one of the books is on um the founding of the empire. One is of uh local lore and myths, and another one is on flora and fauna that are basically in the, we'll call it the southern region of the continent. Hello, Lone Lily. Thank you very much for the follow.
Hey.
Hello.
Aye.
So yes, that those are the books that he has in the shop.
Hmm. Okay. How much gold are the history ones?
They are going to be, we'll say, 1 apiece.
Word. Okay.
I think that's reasonable because they're not particularly, they're not encyclopedic tomes. They're just referential material.
Yeah. I'll take all 3 of them.
Okay. If you would write those down, I will probably not remember what they are. So just put
Okay.
them in your inventory, would you?
Yeah, I'm gonna put them in. Well, it's not really equipment.
That middle equipment box is probably your best bet. Or in the
Uh,
miscellaneous notes.
Yeah, I was gonna say equipment is in the middle. I'll just put them in the miscellaneous.
Okay.
Okay, so one is myths and legends, right?
Yes.
Another is you
Uh,
said
hit like
local.
on the founding of the empire.
The other's flora and fauna.
Yes. So like southern flora and fauna.
I'm gonna put Southern Flora and Fauna Guide.
Okay.
So you don't get to level up your. Never mind. Skills work different now. But I'm
Yes.
looking at them.
The skill points have been gone. 3.5 was the last time that they actually had skill points. So the skills are basically either you are proficient or you are not. And then what is the thumbs up for?
I got the books in there.
Oh, good. So you're proficient or you're not, and then you have certain things that give you expertise. Like Josh has expertise in certain skills from rogues, Lore Master has expertise, and bards have ability to have expertise as well. And expertise just gives you double.
Gotcha.
So your proficiency modifier is quite a large indicator of your abilities. It determines your skill bonuses, your weapon bonuses, your extra save bonuses. It's it's a little bit more balanced than in 4th edition. They basically had you add half your level to things you were proficient in, and then numbers started to get a little out of control. I like this a little better. It gives a much flatter curve of power.
Gotcha.
Josh,
What's up?
there is a fence. However, he doesn't really have kind of a shop. It's more of he can get rid of some stuff if you need him to.
Okay.
You found him kind of hanging around the edge of the market square. He's just selling some knickknacks and keeping an eye on certain things.
You got some stolen shit, I'll buy it.
Ask him if he knows who I need to speak to get in with the Thieves Guild in the big city that we're going to be going to next.
Josh, why did you just ask him to ask him?
I don't know.
I just wanted to.
Cushion.
I'm tired.
Fair enough. Excuse me, sir. Do you? I don't remember what your question was anymore. Carry on.
Well, you're looking for information on the Thieves Guild, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Are you a member of the Thieves Guild?
He is not currently, no.
Are
That's
you
why I'm
trying
asking
to
for
be-
information on it, sir. If
Are
I
you-
was a member, I'd be a pretty shitty member if I did.
Look here.
So, where do we meet?
I played Oblivion. I didn't know what the fuck was going on with Thieves Guild.
So he gives you the name of his contact.
That's a shitty fence.
Well,
You got any evidence you're not trying to set us up for failure?
he mentions that this guy is going to refer you to another guy, and
Is this
that'll
guy
get
in town here?
no. That guy is in Lancaster.
Okay.
So
The
does
big
Grobble have his cow now?
so we'll get to your cow.
Okay. Carry on, you guys.
So he's going to check you out and make sure you're trustworthy before they actually give you the information.
Okay.
But if you're interested in some less than reputable jobs, then that's the guy you need to speak to.
Grobble don't know what reputable means, so he will help.
Well, this is all in Thieves' Cant.
I know. I'm not even there for this conversation. I'm just adding to it.
And to answer that, what we're looking at as far as a schedule is an alternating Wednesday and Friday. So Wednesday on this week, Friday of next week. We're normally going to start sometime around 7 or 8 on Wednesdays, and then probably later on the Fridays. I've been playing for about 15 years and been a DM for most of that. Forever DM. And it varies around. Me and Michael started pretty much the same time. This is Patrick's first session or first campaign of D&D, session
I feel like I
number
could have
3.
just spoken. But yeah, this is my
Okay.
first time doing it, and it's been pretty awesome so far.
To
Really
clarify,
enjoying
I'm
it.
Michael, and then they're whoever they are.
Yes.
Yeah, we really need to start. I think once you and I tinker around with our frames a little bit more, we'll try to put names everywhere so people can tell who we all are.
Yes.
Or we can do an introduction at the beginning of each game.
We
I
can kind of
think-
do both.
We can work on that.
Yeah.
But yes, Patrick is on the top right, Michael is in the middle, Dennis is on the bottom left, I am on the bottom right, and Josh is in the top left.
But we're hoping to make this, like he said, very regular every week if we can, as long as nothing comes up in it. This is my first consistent campaign in quite a long time. And this is my first 5th edition campaign. I played primarily 3.5 and 4th edition prior to this.
So, Michael, your cow.
Yes.
Okay.
Onto it. Your cow.
I asked if I could buy a whole cow. Like,
Yes, well, if you're looking for like a whole live cow, that's gonna run you like 10
we're-
gold.
How
We're not
much?
gonna. We're
Like
not gonna
10.
do a whole.
10?
We're not gonna do a live
Yes.
cow.
Right, so I have 26 gold. Uh,
Grobble. We don't need a live cow. For one, that's gonna attract attention.
if I buy
and wandering
a whole
eyes.
cow, we can just cut off of it what we need, and
Or
proceed.
we can see if the farmer has meat to buy in large quantity.
Grobble no have a refrigerator.
No, Grobble does not have a refrigerator.
You
That
would
is
have
very
to
right.
refrigerate the cow after you killed it anyway.
We do not kill the cow. We just cut a piece off and then walk it to where we go next.
That's
Well-
not how it works, Grobble.
If that's a little too rich for your blood, he does have a chicken for 2 copper. He
What
has
about a goat?
like 1 gold for a goat.
I want a goat.
Okay, that's a bit more reasonable.
We
Can
have
I
a
s-
T-Rex, guys.
Can
I
I
was gonna
can
say
I
the
walk
chicken
off?
would be like bite size.
Well, he could have a couple chickens.
Like chicken nuggets.
Oh,
Yes, we're in the USA, various states.
I'm here and they're all there.
That is
I mean,
true.
You mean most of you
So,
are there?
would you like
I'm
to
way
buy a
over here.
goat,
Yeah, I'm
Mr.
gonna buy a goat.
Ogre? Okay, you can buy a
Mm.
goat. This is
I
a
have
live
to-
goat.
I have his gold.
Where do I put a goat in my items? No, I have 20 gold. You just have my original gold.
You have 21.
Yeah,
But now he has 20.
now I have 20 because I just bought a goat for 1.
Okay, so you have a live goat.
All right, where do I put a live goat in my inventory?
Just put it in equipment. That's fine.
All right, but the goat's gonna become a hammer.
Okay,
No.
that is an improvised weapon.
How do I add a goat to my?
Oh my god.
It's just listed as it's an improvised weapon. All of these things are just going to be improvised weapons.
Can he also, does the farmer happen to have some rope he can throw in with that? So we can
Well,
just
it's
kind
on
of tie.
It's on a lead.
Yeah, but that way he can kind of just strap it to his back instead of leading this goat around everywhere.
You all do have about 10 feet of rope in your starting equipment.
Do we have backpacks, bedrolls, travelers' clothes, rations, water skins, mess kits, tinder boxes, and healers' kits? I'm just asking because the game just added those to my character sheet.
I would say you don't have a backpack. You more have just like a sack.
Okay, well,
You
it
have an
doesn't have
ogre
a
sack.
sack, so I'm gonna put it as a backpack.
Yes, just Grobble's not exactly running around in, Levi's and a t-shirt. It's
I'm gonna assume I have some basic ass bedroll, and then my
if you
goat
even
counts
have
as
a
my
bedroll.
rations. Yeah, you're right. I don't need a bed. I'm an ogre. All right.
I would also say probably most of you aren't carrying around a bedroll. I don't really see the need for any of you to.
to sleep on not the ground.
Well, Dennis has his house with him.
My house goes everywhere I go.
Patrick is a rock. He doesn't sleep.
I'm a crystal, damn it.
You're a special rock. That's it. Stop
Technically,
feeling elitist.
So
okay, mineral.
Just because a turd shines doesn't make it any less
Poopy.
that word.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've never seen one shine. So
You
Yeah,
never polished a turd?
Yeah,
why
but watch
would
it.
why would anyone do that? It would just ruin the polishing wheel,
All right, so somebody has to
Because
have
you
a
can
tinder
prove
box.
it.
not the wheel.
And Josh is a cat. They just don't care. He slept in a
All right.
tree last time, actually.
I'm
So
gonna have a
Yeah.
tinder box and a water skin. 'Cause
I
that's,
just
like,
I just
something
hung out,
have.
just kind of
Did I
waited.
just roll for my fucking
no,
tinder
it
box?
just
what is-
it displays the water skin in the chat when you do that.
Oh, okay. Can
So
I roll? Wait. Yeah.
yes, you have a goat. It is a live goat.
He rolled the goat, rolling it on the ground like a bowling ball, knocking over chickens.
All right, so now how do I cook a goat?
You would need to camp and make a fire.
All right, I can make a fire. I have a tinder box.
Okay.
We're in town.
We're still in town.
Yeah, it's the
Grobble.
morning still. You're not tired.
No, I'm hungry. There's a difference.
Oh god.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna buy a chicken too. Then, how much is a chicken?
Well, hold
A
on.
chicken is 2 copper.
That is not money.
Grobble. Just wait for a
That
moment.
means I have to break
How
1
close-
gold down into 100 silver, and then break 1 silver down into 100 or is it 10?
I don't remember. It's on the character sheet.
It's tens. It's all in tens. It's like the
It's
metric
tens?
system.
Okay, so I have to
Okay.
break
How
a gold down into 10 silver, then I have to break silver down into 10 copper.
so you
So
have
I
9
have-
yen.
I'll have 8 copper, 9 silver, and 19 gold.
Yes.
You know what?
How- how
I just
about
did the
this?
math on it, so I'm doing it. I'm buying a chicken and I'm eating a chicken.
What? How close? How close are we to the edge of town first?
It's too late. I bought and ate a chicken.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
He just
whole-
tossed a chicken in his mouth. Yeah, he's an ogre.
Oh,
This is
I
how this
doubt-
is gonna go.
I doubt he needs to even cook it.
I
Yeah.
didn't. I just bought and I plucked it first, and then I eat the chicken. Campaign. No, we go for pie pies here.
What? Oh, I missed a thing.
None
the
of them.
campaign is not endorsed by KFC.
Oh
None of
no.
them actually own chickens. We can use chickens however we please.
Oh man.
Yeah, they
If
didn't
I
say
say it,
chicken.
if I say it's Popeye's chicken, do I get a sponsorship?
We just can't use their
I'd love
original
fucking
recipes.
Popeyes.
I think we actually get a I think we actually get a lawsuit. It's kind of the opposite.
It's for
Ah,
free.
that's-
I'll say it. Popeyes is delicious.
You're right. They're not sponsoring us. It's just
No.
fucking good.
Not
Hashtag
sponsored.
Popeyes for sponsor.
Yeah, what 100% not sponsored, just fat guy endorsed Popeyes.
No, I'm kind of real
feel
close
left
to
out.
their headquarters.
Yeah. You lucky
Yeah, you
bastard.
are. I'm gonna go slightly different and go for
Just
the-
here in the background.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell her everybody heard that.
Oh, she knows because I think she's watching, isn't she? That's probably
No,
why
she's
she
not.
left.
He's out there watching TV,
Traitor.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, I know my internet has taken an absolute dive, and I don't know what's wrong. I'm gonna have to call in bitch at Comcast.
You know, and we'll be alternating streams every once in a while. Like here lately, I was been the one that has been streaming, and I'll likely be doing it next week. I wasn't in position to stream this week, so he's streaming for us. But it looks like this is just a one-off thing. Internet's just being rough.
Yeah, Comcast is gonna Comcast. So Michael has fed himself. Josh has gotten a lead on a source. Patrick has managed to not get Michael to set fire in the middle of town, and Dennis has got a book. Anyone
got
else
3
want
books.
to do something in town?
I feel like I
3
accomplished the
books.
most.
3 books.
To be
That is
honest.
correct.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah, but I feel like
Oh,
Grobble could
you were
still take
going
you down in
to-
one punch.
You were going to talk to the Patrick was going to talk to the
Yeah, the
guards.
guards post. So he still has a goat then, right?
Yeah, I
Yes,
still
he
have
has a goat. He's just leading a goat along.
He just also
I'm
happened
carrying
to
a goat.
got
It's
it.
over.
That
It's
was
on.
an appetizer. I understand now. So yeah, we're gonna work our way, I guess, with goat in hand, walk our way to the guards post.
right.
To add to that backstory,
That's pretty much
there
what
was
happened.
a questionable amount of children that were in tents that may have also gotten burned in the forest fire.
We don't know that.
Yeah, they didn't know or investigate. So
There were 13 bandits. We had no choice.
Well,
We
I
can't just walk
saved
in
them.
there.
Look, it's better to die by fire than be a sex slave to somebody.
I mean,
fire
Maybe.
hurts a lot.
Just right up to the point you're dead, and then it stops
Yeah.
hurting.
I know that actually. Who's the one that tried to save whoever might have been in there?
You're a rock. You don't have pain receptors. We went over this already.
Yes, actually, we did.
I'm gonna go with we can neither confirm nor deny the presence of children.
I
So-
also caught the woods on fire.
Josh, I
But
feel like that's a practice statement.
I'm just an ogre with a hammer. That's all I did.
Okay, so to the guards. So, what are you wanting to discuss with the guards?
I want to just know if
Have-
they've had any information, because we've spoken to some of the people in town, and they've mentioned talks of raids and bandits just catching people on the roads and robbing them. You want to know maybe if anyone knows any information as where they've come from, who they are, what they want, or they're just your average people, average common thieves that got together and just started robbing and just being dicks.
Have anyone stolen children's? We saved children's in the woods, so we know there are children stealers.
So, the the guard captain confirms what the merchant told you. This is a new occurrence. They're severely understaffed at the moment. There's only 4 of them that are in the town right now. So they would welcome any information you have. They don't have the manpower or the resources to go out and investigate this. The first attack they know of is the attack that happened in uh, the town that you guys came from the other night. Approximately 2 days ago now.
What a coincidence. There was fights breaking out. We happen to also be in that town. That's crazy. We didn't see anything going on though, so that's good. But so where you said they're short-handed. Where have all the guards gone? Did they send them as reinforcements to the other town?
Yes, they sent them as reinforcements to the coast. They have been getting raided on a fairly regular basis by um, some very well armed and uh, surprisingly powerful bandits coming in from the sea that are raiding every little village up and down the coast.
Seems odd to have really strong, powerful bandits out of nowhere come out. Are they any idea where they might be coming from? Like from the sea, but I mean, did they pull into a port just right off the coastline?
Is there a
Yeah.
map anywhere on the wall in here?
Yes, they do have a map.
Is it of the entire world or just this area?
Their map is of the Empire. It's mostly this continent. It kind of stops at the northern mountain range and doesn't include most of the islands or the eastern continent that's on the main map you're looking at right now.
Okay.
So this is where the town we're heading to is approximately,
Yes.
right? Is he able to point out by chance? Does he know where they've been coming on the coast?
All up and down the coast.
Just various places.
Yes, they haven't been able to pinpoint a location, they don't even know if they do have a base of operations. Most of the time, they hit small villages or caravans that are close enough to the road, that are on the road close enough to the ocean, that they don't leave many witnesses.
Okay. Do they know of any small villages in the area that haven't been hit lately?
This is the first inland attacks they've heard of, but these sound like completely different people. The the ones that um, these guys reportedly carried some people off and didn't actually be looking to loot. The ones that have been hitting along the coast have been looting and leaving no survivors.
Gotcha. So they don't. So pretty much, it's just random attacks. Because I'm kind of curious where I'm getting at is that if they know of any places that haven't been hit, there's a possibility they might be hit next. So at least if that's a town we stop, it's a, if we go there as a village, go to one of the villages, and are at least there, we can hopefully prevent an attack if we're on their way anyway.
If you go to a small village and it's not burned to the ground and full of dead people, then they haven't been hit yet.
It's a good point. So we'll be on the lookout for that then.
But if you guys are sticking around in the area for a bit, they'd be willing to pay for some help with these bandits.
Grobble smash bandits.
Well, if anything, I'll say I think I'm down for it anyway. What do you mean a little while? Just overnight? Next couple of days?
However long you're willing to help, they are going to be short-staffed for the foreseeable future. They've got there's supposed to be some people coming in from the capital, but it's a good week or maybe two before they're going to be able to get here.
Okay. And what's the compensation?
It's negotiable.
More goats.
Well, I want to see if it's worth my time staying. So what do you think?
Goats.
Well, they'll pay you. We'll say roll a persuasion check, and we'll
Shit. All right.
yeah.
Ooh.
Not Grobble. Grobble,
Grobble
no.
want goat.
So, got a 20.
Okay, you might need to keep a handle on your Grobble,
Yeah, kind of always need to do
because
that.
he's counteracting
Grobble.
your help here.
Grobble, we're trying to figure this out. Just relax. How about you go sit down? Sit down with your goat.
Okay.
Thank
Well,
you.
the thing to remember, I'm addressing the chat. The thing to remember is that whole woods is now burned down, so pretty much anyone taken in there is considered a complete loss at this point. It's unfortunate, but they're
And they,
written
Yeah, but I mean,
off
it's
as
only
dead.
13 bandits and absolutely nobody else.
fact. Well,
Grobble
we
fact checked it. He knows what's
we
up.
know
Yes,
we know there was at
Grobble is the
least
only one
person.
who is not convinced that there were kids in those tents.
We're pretty certain, or at least I'm pretty certain, there was at least one person in one of those tents because I
They-
heard them.
It was a bandit, Shiny Man. You tried to rescue bandits.
Back to the cards.
Okay. So, we'll say uh they're fairly willing to pay you generously. 3 gold per bandit. If you can find out where they're coming from or why, then they'll pay you more based on however much information.
When you say
Okay.
per bandit, do you mean like per body?
Yes.
Now, is that 3 gold for each of us per
I'll-
bandit?
I'll-
No,
Or
per
3 gold
bandit.
divided up? Okay, so 3 gold divided up between us
Well,
per
then-
bandit,
well, I
or
want to
3
make
gold
sure.
to the person who killed the bandit.
Okay, one at a time.
I'll say because I'm slightly better than words than Grobble. Like he's
This
just
isn't-
yelling and trying
This
to get
isn't
words across.
Grobble. This isn't Grobble asking. This is me asking.
Okay.
Well, I want to. Well, since I did have a 20 in persuasion, well, the problem there is that there's 4 of us, not 3. So someone isn't getting gold.
Well, keep in mind that it's just you and Grobble right now. They're not aware of the whole party.
Right.
So, and
But that's
Grobble's
what I want to make
intimidation
them.
check is kind of offsetting your persuasion there. Grobble failed to intimidate. He is a very large, fluffy, cuddly ogre.
You failed so hard. Oh, what a cute ogre.
Grobble, you're ruining this. Come on. Okay.
no,
Well,
I think they think 3 is fair, and they'll be able to pay very well for information leading to stopping this whole nonsense.
okay. Well, I'm definitely interested. We have a decision to make. We'll be back shortly. We have someone we need to speak with, but I'll be back. I'll make sure I give word soon.
Any help that you guys could give would be appreciated. It's a standing offer.
Sounds good. And then, come on, Grobble. Let's go find Enzo and Saber.
All right. I'm gonna pick up my goat again. Follow him.
All right. So am I still with the fence?
Are you actually walking your goat, or do you kind of have him like just under
Yeah,
your arm?
you guys. It
It's on
takes
my
a little
shoulder.
bit to relay information in code. So while he was doing that, you were getting the necessary information for your contact
Okay.
to
And I'd
meet up.
also, while I'm still talking to him and I'm on my own, I'd like to see if he's got any information on the bandits that have been attacking, and see, kind of imply that I may be trying to look for work with them.
Give me a persuasion check.
Fucking seriously.
Good job,
He,
Grobble.
he thinks you're a narc.
Yeah, you haven't proven yourself, so he's not really willing to disclose any information at this time.
So he knows. Okay. Fair enough.
At this point, because we haven't really disclosed to each other backstories, I don't really know he's Saber's really a shady type character, do I?
He
I mean, I can have my estimates and guesses, but we haven't really talked about that too well. So
Yeah.
throw down an insight check. Let's see what you've figured out so far.
It's not bad.
13.
You have your suspicions, but nothing concrete.
Okay. Well, then I'm glad I'm not around him right now. That's for sure.
Well, like I said, they are talking in code, so
Yeah, you wouldn't
true.
know what I was talking about, so. Which it would probably make you more suspicious, but
Hey, yeah, exactly. Why are they talking about scones?
scones are
Moldy
great, man.
scones? I don't understand.
it just thieves can't works like talking about it just sounds like small talk. You're talking about the
Yeah, just
weather.
normal conversation. Just
Oh, how's
certain
Jill
phrases.
been? Is your wife good? That type of stuff.
It's
So-
like a Family Guy. Hey, I'd like to buy a bunny. Oh, what kind of bunny? A semi-automatic bunny or
So I don't know where he is because he's kind of wandering around a bit. We're gonna head our way over to Enzo then because I don't obviously we don't know exactly where Saber went.
Well, Saber's been in the town square this whole time, talking with
Yeah.
that guy off in the corner who's just kind of selling trinkets and talking about the weather.
Well, which one's closer? Do we know?
All the shops are kind of centralized, so
Okay.
they're not too far. You probably did see him kind of wander into a shop just off the main square.
I
Okay.
track him.
You have successfully tracked him.
Wait, which one am I tracking?
I assumed you were tracking Enzo.
Okay, yeah, that's the one.
Grobble for you.
We're tracking him.
It's not hard to find a giant turtle in a sea of humans.
All right,
You
you
would
guys, you guys conversate for a little bit. I'll
Well-
be right back. I have to use the bathroom.
I could just imagine him saying that.
Uh,
I found him. Who did you find? What?
Speaking of, this town isn't actually primarily humans. It's gonna be a good chunk of wood elves, dwarves, and humans, kind of equal ratio. This was originally wood elf territory, and there's a decent amount of dwarves. All the guards are dwarves. Um, and there's some other merchants and things that are dwarves. There are some humans running about, but they're definitely not the majority, as well as a various hodgepodge of other races.
Okay.
I like it. Diversity.
As as you get closer to like the larger towns, there's we'll discuss Lancaster exactly when you get there, but it's going to be a colorful place.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot you a text real quick.
Okay.